Veeam Backup and Replication includes many exciting features based off of our patent-pending vPower technology. One of these features is our instant VM recovery. Let's take a look at what it is and how simple it is to recover a virtual machine in just a matter of minutes. I'll begin the process of restoring a virtual machine using the Instant VM Recovery feature, and we'll discuss what it is allowing us to do. When I click on my Restore tab, you'll notice entire VM was selected by default. Just above that was our Instant VM Recovery. I'll simply choose the VM that I have backed up that I need to have back up and running very quickly. For this example, I'm going to use my Linux backup. We'll pretend this is just a simple Linux file server. I also have the ability to choose which point in time I want to start my VM from. The next step, I choose my host where I want to run that VM, and this is going to appear as any normal VM would, and we'll be able to actually see that inside the vSphere client once we publish that. Now you'll see that we have two options here. We have the ability to decide whether we want network connectivity and if we want to actually power it on after restoring. Now I'll simply click next a few times and we'll begin the process. You'll also see that it shows me that my original virtual machine is still online, which is one of the reasons why I did not turn on my network connectivity. Now what's happening is we're simply powering on a virtual machine from that deduplicated and compressed backup on whichever storage we chose. This may be a USB drive, a NAS, a dedupe appliance, or even a share. So, usually in less than a minute, the virtual machine is published on the host, and we'll actually be able to go into the vSphere client and actually see that virtual machine is running. Now I'll go ahead and open up my vSphere client, go to the resource pool where I have my instant virtual machine running. Here it is. And now I can actually open that console and see that virtual machine booting up. This is your virtual machine. It has the original IP address, DNS, computer name, so your end users will not even know that this is running from a backup. This is a temporary solution, however, since it is going to be running slower than if it were on production storage and not deduped and compressed. The main point of Instant VM Recovery is business continuity. Keeping your users able to work is the main goal of any IT professional. The VM that's running is running in a read-only state, and all changes are actually being held in a cache file on your backup server. So as you can see, my virtual machine is fully up and running now. If this server is a highly transactional VM, such as an email server, file server, database server, you can't afford to lose those changes. In that case, we now have the ability to migrate that instant VM back to production storage. In this case, we have the ability to, while that VM is actually running from the backup storage, we'll extract and rehydrate that back into production, as well as inject all the changes that are taking place. When the newly migrated VM is equal to the backup plus the changes, we can simply perform what's called a smart switch. The smart switch will pause the instant VM, grab the memory state, move it over to this newly migrated VM, and power it right back on. It takes seconds, and the end user will never know this is happening. Now you've successfully gotten the server back online in minutes and then migrated it back to production storage. This is the powerful Instant VM Recovery feature available in Veeam Backup and Replication version 6.1.